Alrighty, welcome in. We are now going to be reviewing all the games from
Ow.
Tuesday's action. There were a total of 13 games on tap, so this might take a few minutes to review all the teams.
What the
Starting
heck?
with the
Ow.
Montreal Canadiens, they're playing host to the Philadelphia Flyers.
Hola. Hi.
Hello. So in the first period, Slavkovsky would kick things off, getting his 17th of the season from Matheson and Cole Caulfield, just a minute and 5 seconds in the opening frame. After 20 minutes of play, the Montreal had a 1-0 lead.
Yep, that's all.
What are you doing? Okay, I'll just do this on mine.
In the second period, Slavkovsky would get his 18th goal from Suzuki and Matheson. Just 8 minutes and 43 seconds on the clock. Brendan Gallagher would get his 12th goal from Kovac, Kovacevic and Harris.
Yep, and that goal happened with 9 minutes and 14 seconds to go on the clock.
Slavkovsky would get his 19th goal for the Montreal Canadiens from Savard.
And that would be his first hat trick of his young NHL career, and that was with 8 minutes and 38 seconds to go on the clock.
Josh Anderson would get his 9th goal from Harris and Pearson.
And that goal happened with 7 minutes and 18 seconds to go on the clock, increasing the lead to 5-0.
Christian Dvorak would get his 4th goal from Harris.
And that goal happened with 4 minutes and 33 seconds to go on the clock. And interesting fact before we continue on with this video is Dvorak missed the last 42 games with an injury. So he came back and he ended up scoring a goal, which is unbelievable.
Ryan
Paling
would get his 11th goal from Tippett and Josh Johnson. Just 4 minutes and 54 seconds on the clock. Christian Dvorak would get his 5th goal from Harvey Pinard.
And that goal happened with 9 minutes and 54 seconds to go on the clock.
Brendan Gallagher would get his 13th goal from Armia and
Kovacevic. And that goal happened with 9 minutes and 41 seconds to go on the clock, or 8 minutes and 41 seconds to go on the clock. Eric, where are we at here? Right here? Farabee would get the Flyers their second goal of the game. For Farabee, that would be his 22nd of the season. Assisted by Lysel and Cates. And that goal happened with 4 minutes and 55 seconds to go on the clock. Eric Johnson would get his 4th of the season, getting the Flyers their 3rd goal of the game. For Johnson, that's his 4th of the season from Tippett and Hathaway. And the last goal.
No, the time.
What?
The time.
Sorry, there's 2 minutes and 53 seconds to go on the clock.
Joel Armia would get his 17th goal from the Montreal Canadiens, getting the game-winning goal from Gallagher and Newhook.
It's not the game-winning goal. The game-winning goal would have been the 4th goal. But anyways, so that goal happened with 1 minute and 43 seconds to go on the clock, giving the Habs a 9-3 lead. And that's where we would stand at the end of regulation. 9-3. Unbelievable. Where was this team all season? With that, they finally got their 30th win of the season. They are 30, 36, and 12. They have 72 points on the season with 4 games remaining. As for the Flyers, they are 36, 32, and 11. They have 83 points on the season with 3 games remaining. They are now 2 points out of a playoff spot. And I think I've covered this before whenever I've reviewed the Flyers, that it looked like they were going to be a lock-in for 3rd place in that Metropolitan Division. Now they're fighting for their playoff lives, and they very well could miss the playoffs, which is unreal. Alrighty, what's next?
Oh, it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite teams.
Is it? Let's take a look and see.
There we go.
So we have the New Jersey Devils. They're playing host to the Toronto Maple Leafs. These teams are actually doing a home and home, and their next game is Wednesday in Toronto. But we'll take a look at the Tuesday matchup first. So in the first period, Robertson would kick things off, getting his 13th goal of the season with roughly 9 minutes into the frame, giving the Maple Leafs a 1-0 lead.
Nico Hischier would get his 27th goal from Mercer and Smith.
And that goal happened with 5 minutes and 35 seconds to go on the clock.
Dawson Mercer would get his 20th goal from Hischier. Just 5 minutes and 7 seconds on the clock.
In the third? Still second period. Okay, still in the second period. So Tyler Bertuzzi would get his 20th goal of the season, tying the game up at 2. Assisted by Domi and Jake McCabe. Mark Giordano would give the Leafs a 3-2 lead, getting his third goal of the year from Matthews and Bertuzzi with 4 minutes and 51 seconds to go on the clock. So after 40 minutes of play, the Leafs had a 3-2 lead. In the third period, Austin Matthews would increase the lead to 4-2. For Matthews, that would be his 66th goal of the season, assisted by Domi. I wouldn't even be shocked if he hit 70 goals at this point. Bertuzzi would get his second goal of the game, giving him his 21st of the season from McCabe and Marner.
Did you read the time?
And that goal happened with 1 minute and 13 seconds to go on the clock. When Matthews scored, there was 7 minutes and 33 seconds in the period. So the Leafs would go on to win this match at 5-2. So with that, they are 46, 23, and 9. They have 101 points on the season. They are still third in the Atlantic Division, and they trail the Panthers by 3 points, and they have a game on hand too. So they could easily jump up to second in that division and have home ice advantage in the first round. As for the Devils, their playoff chances are now looking very bleak at this point. They are 37, 37, and 5. They have 79 points on the season, and they're trailing the Capitals by 6 points with 3 games remaining. So the Devils would have to win their last 3 games of the season and hope that the Flyers, Red Wings, Penguins, Capitals all go on 3 and 4 game losing streaks if they were to sneak into playoffs. But if they lose against Toronto when they do their back-to-back, then it's looking like they very well will miss the playoffs. Alrighty, what's next?
Carolina, Boston.
Okay. Car and Boss?
Yeah.
Cool.
I am a little bit of it.
Okay.
So there was no scoring in the first. We would have to hop ahead to the second. Andrei
Svechnikov
gets 19th goal from Hockenslavin.
That goal happened with 9 minutes and 5 seconds to go on the clock.
2 of Tiravina.
Yep.
Who gets 23rd goal from Svechnikov and Slavin.
And that goal happened with 6 minutes and 55 seconds to go on the clock.
Charlie McCavey who gets 12th goal from Monaco.
That's Charlie McAvoy.
And
that goal happened with 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the period.
In the third period, Jake Gensel gets 28th goal.
For Gensel, that would be, well, you said his 28th goal of the season. And that goal happened with 9 minutes and 46 seconds to go on the clock.
Seth Jarvis gets 30th goal from Shea and Stahl.
Yeah, and that goal happened with 7 minutes and 28 seconds to go on the clock. So 4-1 would be the final score in favor of the Carolina Hurricanes. So after this win, they finally got their 50th win of the season. They are 50, 22, and 7. They have 107 points on the season with 3 games remaining. They are for sure going to get the number 2 seed in the Metropolitan Division unless they're able to win their last 3 games, and then they could possibly take over first place with the New York Rangers. But the Rangers do have 3 points on the Hurricanes. And as for the Boston Bruins, after the loss, they're 46, 18, and 15. They have 107 points on the season themselves, and they have 3 games remaining on their schedule. Alrighty, what's next?
Capitals and the Red Wings. He's a cat. Hold on.
I can't see anything.
No. The Capitals are okay. Holy cow.
Okay, so we have the Capitals and the Red Wings and a very hairy cat in front of the camera. How convenient.
So there's no
Bye. All right.
So there's no scoring in the first, so we'd have to hop ahead to the second. Dylan Strome gets 27 goals from Faherby,
Faherby, I think.
Time.
And that goal happened with 2 minutes and 13 seconds to go on the clock.
Alex Ovechkin gets 30th goal from Oshie?
Yeah, from Oshie with 8 seconds remaining on the clock.
Patrick Kane gets 20th in the third period. Patrick Kane gets 20th goal from Heron and Ramoy.
Perron and Raymond.
Raymond.
And that goal happened with just 2 seconds to go on the clock. So the Capitals almost pulled off a shutout, but 2-1 would be the final score. So with the victory, the Capitals are 37, 30, and 11. They have 85 points on the season. They do have the number 2 wildcard spot as we speak. As for the Red Wings, they are 38, 32, and 8. They have 84 points on the season, and they just trail the Capitals by a point in the standings with 4 games remaining. So it's going to be a very tight race in the Eastern Conference to see who gets into the last wildcard spot.
What are you doing? You just leaked half of it.
That's fine. What's next?
Ottawa and Florida.
Ottawa and Florida. A battle of the Tkachuk brothers.
That's what I said. In the first period, Anton Lundell would get his 12th goal from Stollers.
With 7 minutes and 58 seconds to go on the clock, a power play goal as well.
Nick Cousins would get his 7th goal from Mikola and Bennett.
With 5 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the period, 2-0 would be the final score in favor of the Panthers.
Easy.
They are now sitting 49, 24, and 6. They have 104 points on the season with 3 games remaining. Whether they can catch up to Boston or not, that's another question. And just like I mentioned when I talked about the Leafs, is that the Florida Panthers, they haven't secured home ice advantage just yet. But if they can win maybe 2 of their last 3 games, they could possibly secure that number 2 spot in the Atlantic Division. As the Ottawa Senators, they are 34, 40, and 4. They have 72 points on this season with 4 games remaining. All right, what's next?
Battle of New York.
Battle of New York.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Here you go.
I can do this one.
Uh-huh.
Woo! So in the first period, Mike Riley would open up the scoring for the Islanders, getting his 6th of the season, assisted by Bo Horvat. 4 minutes and 12 seconds in the opening period. Speaking of Horvat, he got on the goal scorer sheet himself, getting his 33rd of the season from Dobson and Barzal, with 9 minutes and 13 seconds, or 8 minutes and 13 seconds to go on the clock. Kyle Palmieri would increase the lead to 3-2, getting his 27th of the year from Nelson and Dobson, with 6 minutes and 22 seconds to go in the period. So after 1 period of play, it was 3-0 in favor of the Islanders. In the second period, Chris Kreider would get the Rangers on the board, getting his first goal of this game. For Kreider, that'd be his 39th goal of the year from Panarin and Zibanejad, a power play goal, 7 minutes and 47 seconds in the period. Adam Fox would cut the deficit to 3-2 with 5 minutes to go in the frame. For Fox, that'd be his 16th goal of the year from Kreider and Trocheck. So after 40 minutes of play, it was 3-2. In the third period, there's a little bit of controversy at the end of the game where it looked like Trocheck was cross-checked into the boarded. But unfortunately, they did not call a penalty on that, and it ended up leading to an empty-net goal for Anders Lee. For Lee, that'd be his 20th of the season from Peugeot and Engvall. So I'm sure there's some bitter Ranger fans at the end of this game. But either way, the Rangers are in the postseason. For the Islanders, they're still fighting for their playoff lives. So with the victory, the Islanders are 36, 27, and 15. They have 87 points on the season with 4 games remaining. They are currently third in that Metropolitan Division, but the Capitals are just 2 points behind them. For the Rangers, after the loss 53, 22, and 4, they have 110 points on the season with 3 games remaining. So if they win at least 2 of their final 3 games, they can for sure lock that Metropolitan Division title in. Alrighty, what's next?
The Columbus Blue Jackets and the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Tampa Bay Lightning?
Yep.
Okay.
And you can do this one. Oh, that's strong. Very quiet.
Okay. Oh, joy. So in the first period, Braden Point would open up the scoring, getting his 44th goal of the season from Kucherov and Duclair with 3.5 minutes to go. Marchenko would tie the game up with 43 seconds to go on the clock. For Marchenko, that would be his 22nd goal of the season from Sillinger and Severson. In the second period, Marchenko would strike again, getting his 2nd goal of the game, his 23rd of the year from Gaudreau and Werenski. That would be a power play goal, 7 minutes and 13 seconds in the middle frame. Steven Stamkos would tie the game up, getting his 37th goal of the year from Kucherov and Hedman. That would be a power play goal with 5 minutes and 43 seconds to go on the clock. So after 40 minutes of play, we were all tied up at 2. In the third period, Anthony Cirelli would get his 20th of the year from Hagel and Stamkos, 5 minutes and 40 seconds in the frame. Steven Stamkos would get his 2nd goal of the game Just 16 seconds after Cirelli scored for Stamkos, that'd be his 38th of the year from Hagel and Cerenic. And Stamkos would then add an empty net goal, getting a hat trick for Stamkos. That'd be his 39th goal of the season, assisted by Kucherov. And on a side note, Kucherov has 96 assists. I would love to see this guy get 100 assists on the season. That would just be unreal. So 5-2 would be the final score in favor of the Lightning. So with the victory, they're 44, 27, and 7. They have 95 points on the season with 4 games remaining. They are easily going to get that number 1 wildcard spot. Whether or not they can catch up to the Leafs for that 3rd spot in the Atlantic is up for question, but at least they have made a postseason berth yet again. Alrighty, what's next?
Buffalo Sabres and the Dallas Stars.
Okay.
No.
You can do this one.
No, thanks. Okay. In the first period, Alex Tucker gets his 21st goal from Jake Herriage. Jake Herriage?
Sure, something like that.
And Byron, just 4 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock. Jason Robertson will get his 28th goal from Hintz. Just 6 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. 15 seconds on the clock. Rasmus Allen will get his 20th goal from Owen Power and Krebs. Just 9 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock. In the second period, Wyatt Johnston will get his 32nd goal from Hurley. Just 3 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock. Joe Pavelski will get his 27th goal from Tanev and Hurley. Just 7 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock. And the final score would be 3-2 in favor of the Dallas Stars.
So with the victory, the Stars got their 50th win of the season. They are 50, 20, and 9. They have 109 points on the season. They are still first in the Central Division, looking like they very well could get that title maybe in the next game or two. They only have 3 games remaining anyway. As for the Buffalo Sabres, their playoff chances are on absolutely thin ice, just like New Jersey. They're 6 points out with 3 games remaining. They have a record of 37, 37, and 5. So 1 more loss, and they are for sure eliminated from the playoffs. They both have the same amount of points and the same amount of games remaining. So they're not mathematically eliminated, but 1 more loss from either of those teams, and they will not see postseason action in 2024. What's next?
Winnipeg and Nashville.
Winnipeg
and I'm actually happy about this one.
Winnipeg.
Nashville got the
Don't spoil it.
Okay.
Ready?
Sorry.
You're good. Alrighty. A lot of goals?
What's this? How many goals is this? A lot or no?
I don't know.
Okay.
So in the first period, Tomi Novak would give the Predators a 1-0 lead. For Novak, that would be his 16th of the season, assisted by Sherwood. Velarde would tie the game up at 1 with a power play goal, 6 minutes and 51 seconds of that same frame from Velarde. That'd be his 20th of the season, assisted by Scheifele and Morrissey. Scheifele would get on the goal scorer sheet himself, 8 minutes and 19 seconds of that same period. For Scheifele, that'd be his 24th goal of the season, assisted by Toffoli. Dylan DeMello would increase the lead to 3-1 with 7 minutes and 14 seconds to go on the clock. For DeMello, that'd be his 3rd goal of the season, assisted by Barron. Third period, Spencer Stastny, that's how you say his name, would get his 2nd goal of the season, assisted by Yossi and Sherwood. 7 minutes and 34 seconds in the 3rd period. Ryan O'Reilly would tie the game up, 9 minutes and 41 seconds in the 3rd. For O'Reilly, that would be his 26th goal of the season from Yossi and Nyquist. And in overtime,
Kyle Connor would get his 32nd goal from Scheifele in Pyeong. Just 1 minute and 52 seconds on the clock.
So the final score would be 3-2, 4-3. I apologize. 4-3
in favor of the Winnipeg Jets.
So sounds good. So with the victory, the Jets are 48, 24, and 6. They have 102 points on the season. They are sitting 3rd in the Central Division. They're only 2 points behind the Avalanche, and they have a game in hand. So if it comes down to the last game and the Jets happen to win, they could easily hop into 2nd place and then have home ice advantage in the playoffs. As for the Nashville Predators, they are still in a wild card position. They have secured a playoff spot after missing it last year. Their record right now is 45, 29, and 5, and they have 3 games remaining, and they have 95 points on the season as well. Wow, that's very bright.
Right.
Okay, what's next?
How do you call them? The Wild and the Colorado Avalanche.
The Wild and the Colorado Avalanche. Okay. Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Wrong team. I'm closing the blind.
Sure.
It's very, very bright.
Very, very bright.
Alrighty, so in the first period, Arturi Lehkonen would open up the scoring, getting his 16th goal of the season. That's good. That's good. Assisted by McKinnon and Makar. A power play goal, 4 minutes and 34 seconds of the period.
There you go. It's still bright.
Well, then turn it. Turn it.
Huh?
Twist it.
Don't mind.
There you go. Okay. And then try more. A little bit more. Bring it more. So twist it again. And then all the way. And then twist it again.
Oh, your hat fell.
That's fine. This is just going to be a half an hour blooper.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so Nathan McKinnon would increase the lead to 2-0, getting his 49th goal of the season from Drouin and Makar. Kaprizov would get the Wild their first goal of the game, getting his 42nd goal of the season from Zuccarello and Boldy. A power play goal with 9 minutes and 46 seconds to go on the clock. Boldy would tie the game up, getting his 27th goal of the year from Zuccarello and Chisholm. A power play goal with 20 seconds to go on the clock. So after 20 minutes of play, we were tied at 2.
Okay. In the second period, Kelvin Carter gets 20th goal from Taves and Drouin, just 6 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. Nathan McKinnon would get his 50th goal from Drouin and Taves, just
with 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go.
Nathan McKinnon would get another goal for the Avalanche, just getting his 50th first goal from Lehkonen.
And that goal happened with 52 seconds to go, so McKinnon would have a hat trick in this game. Waiting.
That's it.
That's it?
So the final score will be 5-2 in favor of the Avalanche.
Sounds good. So with the victory, the Avalanche are 49-24-6. They have 104 points on the season with 3 games remaining. And as I mentioned, the Winnipeg are just 2 points behind them in the standings. So it'll be very interesting to see who has home ice advantage in the first round of the playoffs. As for the playoffs, Minnesota has now been officially eliminated. They are 37-32-9. They have 83 points on the season with 4 games to go, and they're 9 points out. So Minnesota has been officially eliminated from the 2024 postseason. Alrighty, what's next?
The LA Kings, and I think I skipped them.
Maybe.
And the Anaheim Ducks.
Cool.
I'm surprised who won this game. Oh, okay, I just kicked them out. In the first period, Akil Thomas would get a second goal from Lewis and Gavrikov. Just 5 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Frank Vatreno will get his 33rd goal from Gudis and Strome.
And that goal happened with 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go on the clock.
There was no scoring in the second, so we have to hop ahead to the
third.
The third. In the third, Alex Killorn will get his 18th goal from Fowler and Strome. Just 1 minute and 51 seconds on the clock.
Okay.
Trevor Zegras will get his fifth goal. Alone. No assist. 5 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock.
Sounds good. So 3-1 would be the final score. So a bit of an upset to say the least.
Of the Anaheim Ducks.
Sounds good. So with the victory, the Ducks are 26-48-5. They have 57 points on the season with 3 games remaining. As for the Los Angeles Kings, after the loss, they're 41-26-11. They have 93 points on the season with 4 games remaining, and they are sitting third in the Pacific Division. But as I talked about with the Vegas Golden Knights, the Golden Knights are just a point behind them with the game on hand. So just because the Kings are in third right now, it doesn't mean that they're going to be staying in third when the playoffs are started. Is that it?
Nope, there's still 2 more games.
2 more games to go. Alrighty. Let's see what's next.
The Arizona Coyotes and the Seattle Kraken. Okay, we got it. Okay.
Waiting.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. Did that on purpose. Hey, you read this.
No,
You got a chance to read.
Okay, so Shane Wright would get his 4th goal of the season. Just a minute and 8 seconds into the first period, assisted by Everly and Schwartz. Burkowski would increase the lead to 2-0, getting his 7th goal of the year from Matt Beniers and Justin Schultz, a power play goal, 2 minutes and 14 seconds in the first period. So after 20 minutes of play, the Kraken had a 2-0 lead. And in the second period, Justin Schultz would increase the lead to 3-0, 4 minutes and 29 seconds in the frame. For Schultz, that would be his 7th goal of the year from Bjorkstrad and Matt Beniers. After 40 minutes of play, the Kraken had a 3-0 lead. Brandon Tanev would increase the lead to 4-0, getting his 7th goal of the season from Yanni Gourde and Carty. 6 minutes and 38 seconds in the frame. Will Borgen would increase the lead to 5-0. For Borgen, that would be his 3rd goal of the season, assisted by Alexiak and Bjorkstrad. So 5-0 would be the final score in favor of the Kraken. So with the win, Seattle's now sitting at 33, 31, and 13. They have 79 points on the season with 5 games to go. And the Arizona Coyotes, after the loss, are 33, 40, and 5. They have 71 points on the season with 4 games remaining.
One last game.
What is it?
Done.
Calgary and San Jose?
Yep.
Alrighty, so in the first, Eklund would open up the scoring, getting his 16th goal of the year from Zetterlund and Granlund, 7 minutes and 22 seconds in the first. Jacob McDonald would get his 7th goal of the season, assisted by Mike Hoffman, 2 minutes and 22 seconds in that second period, making it 2-0 in favor of the Sharks.
Rasmus Anderson would get his 9th goal from Coronado? Huh?
Coronado.
And huh?
Opiuk.
Just 5 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. Nazem Kadri would get his 26th goal from Sharangovich and Kuzmenko.
And that goal happened with 5 minutes and 9 seconds to go on the clock.
Power play goal tonight. So since this game was tied, we need to go into overtime. Andrei Kuzmenko was going to get his 18th goal from Huberdeau and Kadri. Just 2 minutes and 58 seconds on the clock.
Is that it?
Yep.
So the Flames would win. What's the final score?
3-2.
Sounds good. So with the victory, the Flames are now sitting at where are we here? 35, 37, and 5. They have 75 points on the season with 5 games to go. And the San Jose Sharks are 18, 51, and 9. They have 45 points with 4 games remaining. Alrighty, that takes care of a very long recap from Wednesday's action of the NHL. As always, if you're new to this channel and like this type of content, please feel free to hit the sub button. I'd be very grateful.
Subscribe to this channel.
And very appreciative at the same time. Anything you want to add?
Let's talk about nothing.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep. Okay. Take care.